There is a part of the hobby where you will find people that really prefer an almost perfected level of roleplay. Many of them will view people that do not roleplay as they do as being bad players in this hobby. Let's talk about some of the areas where they think bad players are getting it wrong and not doing real roleplay. Okay, there is a session happening. During that session, the player stops, looks over at the game master, and says, "Will my character's idea work?" When was the last time that you were just openly walking around in life, had a thought about an idea, and said in your mind, "Will this work?" and got a solid reply, a guaranteed reply, if that idea would work or not? You don't. You don't get a voice popping into your head saying, "Yeah, that is for sure," other than yourself. That might be a sign that you're very confident in your idea, but beyond that, there is no stranger's voice coming into your mind guaranteeing you that your idea will work. So, like in life, you have to look at your character's options, and that won't be asking a game master to give you guarantees about if an idea that you have works or not. You need to look into the game through your character. What can the character actually do? They could take their idea to the other characters and talk to them. They could take their idea to a non-player character and talk to them. Or they could go read a book. Whatever the character can realistically do to gain information to help them make a decision, they do it. But one thing they can't do is look up into the sky and say, "Hey, Game Master, can you guarantee me if my idea will work or not?" Now we come into the areas of really basic actions where you'll hear players going, "Can my character jump over that wall, Game Master?" If one of those people that expect perfected roleplay hears you ask that question, you may hear them describe what you're doing is "Mother, may I?" Because in their mind, you're asking a really dumb question. Why? Let me explain. If you are walking around in life, just you, the player, not your character, but you're walking around and you see a wall, right? And you look at it, you will decide if you want to try to get over that wall or not. You don't need to look over at a stranger and say, "Hey, am I allowed to jump over that wall? Can I try?" You just go try to jump over that wall if you want to. You don't need to ask anybody for permission. There is another reason that they don't like you asking all of these questions. They will claim that it slows the game down and takes you out of immersion. Now, to be clear, I have my own definition of immersion as it relates to TTRPGs. But when they talk about immersion, I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe it's the basic definition, or they have their own. I just want to make that clear. Either way, they think those questions take you out of immersion. And they make those players bad at these games. They're bad players. Now, like I said earlier, I do acknowledge that there are some really bad players as it relates to any form of roleplay. I think there is a majority that do play these games in a way that these people would not be happy with. They wouldn't call it real roleplay. Here is my explanation for what is happening, in my opinion, to most players that are asking these questions. First, they are desperate to get more time to think before they get in trouble. And most players don't think really fast. It's not like snap of the finger and they got something. And let's be honest, asking dumb questions is an actual strategy a lot of people in life use. It could be to buy more time, or to start talking, just start a conversation. Most people have been using this strategy for decades. So when you run into them, you shouldn't be surprised that their habit is kicking in during a gaming session. You know, if those people that prefer this perfected roleplay focused on why something was happening, instead of just degrading people for not doing as they want them to do, they'd get a lot farther with their message on this, with their ideas on this. But if you spend most of your time degrading everybody that doesn't do what you do or see things as you see them, you're not going to get through to anyone. Anyway, for now, take care. You know what you can do? You can hit the like button. You can share the video. Oh, and there's another button you can press. That one that lets you subscribe to my channel for more content. Oh yeah, there's that bell thing. You can press that so you know when I've uploaded a new video right away.